Hey Cancer, welcome to your reading. So as usual, we're going to be exploring the energies currently surrounding you and influencing you. I'll channel through the cards to gain insight into your situation and the guidance that Spirit has for you. So let's shuffle the cards and see what comes through. Cancer. So at the very centre of your reading, which is telling me kind of your current situation, give me an overview, we've got the Eight of Wands. And this can often be about fears, worries, kind of getting in your head and getting yourself in quite a dark place mentally, emotionally. But with the message comes this card is that a lot of your fears and worries are unfounded, really, which is often the case sometimes if you suffer with anxiety or if you're naturally kind of like an overthinker. But I see that a situation, so someone or a situation, whatever's kind of at the forefront of what's going on for you at the moment, Cancer, has got you in this kind of anxious, worried, fearful place. But we see this amazing rainbow here that is like striking out, and I feel like it's a connection to the truth in a way about maybe if a situation it's something that's keeping you awake at night, it's causing you an insomnia even, but it's like this tendency to catastrophize, almost to be feeling and thinking the worst of maybe if you think, oh, I've made a terrible mistake and I've blown it and this is over. And I feel like that this kind of rainbow magical connection is this somewhere inside of you still kind of is connected to the truth of the matter and truth of the situation. And Spirit is asking you to hold on to that. So even when you feel really tested and this situation has got you really in your head and worried, to hold on to this connection. So if that's to Spirit, for some of you, if that's your spiritual connection, your faith, if it helps to meditate, or if it's just about speaking to people that you trust and that you love, and by sharing your feelings and thoughts, that keeps you connected to the truth, to lean into that and make efforts to do that so that you can, even like I say, when it gets dark, that there is this kind of light in the dark, and there is still a part of you that I feel like that knows has a better perspective and better idea of the bigger picture somehow, Cancer. Because if we look to past influences here, we've got the Ace of Swords, which is, again, I'm sort of seeing this rainbow sort of echoing through the cards, and the Ace of Swords is about truth, and it's about maybe that you've said something that is honest and truthful and that you needed to do that for yourself, and maybe it was tough in order to do that. But I see you kind of being decisive, making tough decisions, I'm feeling as well, sort of striking out on your own, doing something maybe different to what you normally do, and that you in some ways, I feel like that you took a risk, Cancer, by leaning into this energy and maybe spoke out in a way to someone or to something, if it was in a relationship, that you kind of laid out a situation for someone in a way that maybe it was difficult took a lot of courage to do that, Cancer. Or if it was at work, or whatever applies to your situation, I see you kind of having to make some tough choices, having to have some tough conversations maybe, and this could have sent you into a spiral with your worries, for an example. Now, we've got the beautiful Ace of Cups here, which is kind of like a beacon of light between these two cards here. And the Ace of Cups is about an emotional new beginning for you. And I feel like maybe you are trying to do things a different way, Cancer, and that this is in the placement of the subconscious, what's kind of going on underneath the situation, maybe what you don't see. And the Ace of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. It's about looking after yourself. It can be as well about self-care, but in the true sense, not kind of bubble baths and face masks, but in a really kind of protecting yourself, looking after yourself, setting boundaries. So even if maybe you don't feel that, Cancer, because it seems that you could be in a place of worry and fear and anxiety about what you've done. And then underneath is actually saying that this is a really positive change that's happening, and it's like a new way of being for you, Cancer, a new way of being that will be emotionally more fulfilling, and is about, I feel like there's this message of looking after yourself, and that is always, you know, is always a positive thing, as long as it doesn't harm others, which of course not, but by truly looking after ourselves, you know, filling, it sounds cliche, but it's that, like, fill your own cup before helping others, and that is so true. And then we look to the near future, we've got the Three of Pentacles, which it's almost like after doing this, so this card is about working together with someone, and I see you sort of being able to reconnect with whoever that you've sort of striking out in a new way. So if it's at work, like post setting boundaries, it's like there's some kind of balance that's being restored, and it's about being able to work together. Or if it's a relationship, it's like that you can begin to collaborate again together and feel more of a team. So this is very like team energy, balance, like I say, it's sort of focusing on any difficulties or struggles, like being able to face them together, rather than feeling kind of it's all on your shoulders, feeling it can feel very isolating, that there's been some kind of imbalance that caused you to kind of have to set some boundaries and speak some truth, Cancer. And I feel like this is it paying off for you. This is reassurance, this is like confirmation that yes, you'll be able to move forward from doing this. So don't have any regrets if that's what you are having, Cancer. And then the likely outcome, so further down the line from you doing this, is the beautiful Son of Cups, which is an offer that will come through. So I feel like that this has so much potential within this cup. So it's somehow I see you being able to level up in some ways after this. So say if it's in a relationship, it could be the commitment is deepening, that you are presented with an offer of some kind of higher level of commitment from your other half. Or if it's a workplace, it could be that you're actually presented with a promotion, just as one example, from kind of these past efforts of what you've been able to take a risk, speak out in order to level up. Essentially, it's caused you kind of worries and fears, I'm seeing, but the outcome looks to be very positive, looks to be very worth it, Cancer. And I do see like an offer that has, like I say, a lot of potential, a lot of emotional fulfillment for you contained in this offer, kind of as a result really of past actions from you. So I'm just going to pull a card for any more final messages, please, for Cancer. So we've got the Nine of Swords, interestingly. So this is, again, sort of that same energy of fears, worries coming through about something. Feels like it's really sort of triggering you, Cancer, into these, it's unfounded fears, but it's like anxiety, worries. And I feel like Spirit is really trying to reassure you that it's okay to kind of take these actions. And then we've got the Ten of Wands here, which is about, it's about closure, the Ten of Wands here. So it's about feeling quite, I feel like these worries and anxieties that you've had, Cancer, or are experiencing, of kind of burning you out. So inside that it's weighing heavy on you and is a drain on you a lot. And the Ten of Wands is about being able to finally being able to put that burden down. And I feel like that will begin, you'll be able to do that maybe when you begin to feel that actually these worries and fears are not manifesting. It's actually going to be like a positive result from what I've done, and you being able to put down those fears, being able to put them to bed, really. And the 10 of Wands is about kind of reaching, the 10s are always about closure, closing a cycle, kind of feeling a bit like at the end of your tether, like I can't actually continue carrying on like this, and being able to, but you manage to struggle on sort of one final push and that you get there, and then you're able to put that burden down and kind of get some closure on that, Cancer. So I see that happening for you. Maybe at the simultaneously with this 3 of Pentacles happening, of being able to work, like realizing that somehow these fears are unfounded, and that something positive comes from what you've done and these changes that you've made. And then they're making way for this positive offer come through with the Son of Cups. So Cancer, I hope this reading resonated for you. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. It's always great to get any feedback as well, if you want to leave that in the comment section down below, and subscribe for all future readings. But wishing you all the best, love and light.